Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Natural Grocers Nutrition Education event. This time I am with Michele, and she is going to talk a little bit more about healthy skin. So, hi, Michele. Thank you for joining us again, and we are so excited to learn a little bit more of what you have to offer.
Thank you. I'm excited to share.
We're excited to know a little bit more about how to have healthy skin.
Okay, let's go. So again, my name is Michele Ciancimino, and I'm a certified holistic health coach and certified fitness nutrition specialist. And I really specialize in creating personalized nutrition programs and meal plans for busy people who either just want to learn how to eat better, or maybe they're trying to resolve some health concerns through a healthier diet. So people ask me a lot about how do I improve my skin. So this is a great topic that I love to talk about. And let's just jump right in here. Oops, go to the next one here. You can see that okay? Okay. Okay, so our skin is really important, and if we have good skin, we want to do what we can to keep it, and if we don't have it, we want to get the tools to make it happen. So today I want to talk a little bit about what the skin does and why it's important that we take care of it, and what we can do through better nutrition to help improve our skin. So what does the skin do? It's actually very busy. So looking at some of its important jobs, protection is one of them. And protection, it guards our underlying organs, muscles, bones. You know, it's more than just an envelope that holds everything in, but it does act as a barrier. It guards and protects us against damage from heat and light, but it also lets the good stuff into the bloodstream, like a nice organic moisturizer or an essential oil. And it also keeps the bad stuff out, like germs, bacteria, chemicals, toxins, irritants. It also has the job of regulation. So it helps regulate our body temperature and our hydration status. Secretion, your skin secretes sweat, which is detoxifying to the body, and it excretes things like oils, which help to lubricate the skin. Sensation is another one of the skin's jobs. We have nerve endings on our skin that help us detect hot and cold or to feel pain. So it has that sensation function. And then storage. The skin is responsible for storage of water, fat, and metabolic products. So again, it's very busy. And your skin actually tells a story. So your skin tells a story about what's going on inside your body. So it actually gives you about a 3-month picture of what's been going on in your body, similar to like if you're familiar with what an A1C can show. For a diabetic, an A1C shows a picture of what's been going on with the blood sugar in the last 3 months. So it gives an average blood sugar in the last 3 months. So similarly, your skin tells you what's been going on internally in your body for the last 3 months. So the outside reflects the inside, so to speak. So the state of your skin is going to show the state of your internal health. So things like cystic acne, redness, bumps, rashes, dryness, or oiliness, these are all signals from your body about what's going on. The skin and the digestion. I talk a lot about digestion, and the digestion is really connected so closely with the skin. So the skin is like a barometer for what's going on inside your gut. For example, if you were to eat spicy food, you can get some redness in your face or even develop a rash after eating certain foods. So there's a lot of skin issues that are caused by imbalances in the gut. Allergies, toxic overload, irritation, or leaky gut can all present themselves in skin flare-ups. So when people ask me about how do I get better skin, it's really all about starting with the digestion. So the digestion is the place to start really in dealing with any concern. And I always tell my clients, when we can tune up your digestion, we can make every other health challenge easier to manage or to alleviate. So starting with the digestion is really the key in the skin as well. Okay. So what other factors affect your skin health? The way we live our lives, the lifestyle choices we make, have a lot to do with the health of our bodies internally. And like I said, those choices are reflected in the condition of our skin. So lifestyle choices, exercise, how often you're moving. Movement helps move toxins out of your body, and toxins are one of the factors, like we said, will contribute to breakouts on the skin and rashes and things like that. So stress and sleep are very connected to both digestion and then therefore to your skin. The substances we consume. Today we're focusing more on the nutrition piece, but weight is also a factor. Obesity, you may not know this, is actually a risk factor for psoriasis. So obesity, weight, all these things are related to the skin health. Okay. Moving on. So now we know what the skin does and what affects it. So what does your skin need, nutritionally speaking? So water is number one. I know everyone probably talks about the importance of drinking enough water, but I really can't stress that enough. It really is the number one thing that we need. You can eat all of the healthy food you want. You can take all of the good supplements that you want, but none of it matters. None of it will really, truly help your body and your skin if you don't get enough water, because water is what escorts all of those nutrients into your cells. So if you're going to eat well and you're going to put all of these healthy things in your body, make sure you get enough water to get the nutrients to where they need to be into those cells. So what I always recommend is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water, but spacing it throughout the day. So not just realizing at 3 o'clock, like, oh, wow, I had no water today and I'm going to guzzle all this water, because that's not really better for your body. Spacing it throughout the day so that you have the water consistently bringing the nutrients to your cells is really the best way. So spacing that water out, figuring out your total half your body weight in ounces, and then figuring out how that works into your life and getting that consistently in throughout the day. And water is actually an alkaline former, which I'll talk about a little more in a minute. On the next slide here. So alkaline former, we really need an alkaline environment in our lower digestive tract, because that's what's going to help the good bacteria in your gut to thrive and do their work. So in our stomachs, we have a more acidic environment. We know we have stomach acid, but down there in the lower intestines, in the small intestine in particular, that's where nutrient absorption happens. So we really want to have that alkalinity there. And just as an aside, I put on this slide that alkaline water may not be better because it's typically made by just adding a bunch of minerals to the water, especially calcium, to change the pH of the water. And that may not be better for everyone, especially if you're a person with any kidney issues or concerns around that. Just wanted to bring that up, just thinking about getting the right water and the right alkalinity in the lower intestine. So animal products, sugar, caffeine tend to be more acid forming and contributing more to inflammation and feeding the bad gut bacteria. So we really want to focus more on a rainbow of foods. So the best alkaline formers are going to be water in addition to plants, colorful, nutrient-rich plants. So just like we see in the little picture there, I put a little rainbow picture there. Just trying to get in a rainbow of foods every day is going to be the way to go with creating that alkaline environment. And I like to suggest that people aim for a balance of about 50-50. So it's not that you have to give up your sugar and your caffeine completely, but aim for a balance of about 50-50 acid to alkaline formers in your diet, and ultimately about more of a 75-25 balance, more to the alkaline foods. When you're starting out, try for 50-50, but try and get it up to 75-25. And I actually have an alkaline forming foods guide that I'm happy to share with any of the listeners here. If you want to email me, I'll give you my contact information at the end, but I do have an alkaline forming guide as well as a rainbow evaluation. I always start working with people by evaluating their digestion, number one, and number two, the rainbow evaluation. What kind of foods are you really getting in on a daily basis? Sometimes we think we're getting in enough vegetables, and people will realize, like, wow, I don't eat anything orange, or I don't eat anything purple. Just getting a great balance and a variety of foods is really going to help your body overall and your skin. Okay. So your skin also needs fats and proteins, a range of essential fatty acids, omega-3, 6, 9s. Healthy skin does depend on healthy fat and protein in the diet. And GLA is actually gamma linoleic acid, which is an omega-6 fatty acid that is helpful in skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. And these essential fatty acids, the word essential means that your body cannot make them, so you have to get those from foods or supplements. So having a good balance is helpful. And the GLA is actually found in things like borage seed oil, evening primrose, spirulina, black currant oil. But we need a balance. So omega-3s you find in fatty fish like salmon, flax and eggs, walnuts, some soy foods. Omega-6s are found in things like poultry and safflower and sunflower oil. Even corn has some omega-6. And what research has kind of shown that people tend to be very heavy to the omega-6s and not getting enough omega-3s. So look at your diet and what you're actually getting. And that's what I do with clients too, is just looking at their overall diet on a daily basis, keeping a little food journal and figuring out where am I getting the most and where can I do better. So leaning more toward adding some omega-3s to the diet is what typically works for most people. So again, a balance of everything. Vitamins and minerals, of course, are important to aid the body in building collagen and supporting detoxification and digestion. And the quality of each macronutrient. So your macronutrients are your protein, fat, and carbs. So we want to have high quality. So carbohydrates that are highly refined, like white flour and crackers and white bread, or packaged foods, are usually typically highly processed, highly refined foods. So nutrient-dense foods are going to be the fresher foods. So the quality of the carbs, rather than eating white bread and crackers, having whole grains is more of a high-quality carbohydrate, for example. High-quality protein rather than fatty red meat all the time. Maybe we want to have more high quality fats like avocado and nuts and seeds. So you see where I'm going with this? Like, we want to improve the quality of each macronutrient, because that's going to help reduce the inflammation in your body, which is going to help improve your skin. And so staying away from the highly refined foods is going to be helpful there. And of course, you're going to get much more naturally, much more vitamins and minerals from those rainbow foods again. Okay, so skin strategy. So in addition to the things that I mentioned about the diet, some other strategies that you can use to improve your skin, besides the colorful diet and the alkaline foods, exercise. As I said earlier, moving your body every day, 30 minutes, 5 days a week, we can all find a little bit of time, even if it's 15 minutes that you start out with, just to move and help remove those toxins from your body is going to be helpful for your skin. Because a lot of times what I see with people is that when you have all of your other elimination pathways, and we have your colon, your lungs, your skin, your kidneys, your liver, all of these elimination organs. Well, liver, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin is actually the last pathway. So what I find is that when people are struggling to remove toxins from their body, the skin is the last place where things start to show up. So if you're breaking out in all kinds of rashes and having kind of flare-ups in your skin, doing a little bit of detoxification is helpful, and exercise is going to be one piece of detoxifying. Things like adding essential oils, like citrus essential oils to water, high quality essential oils, that are ingestible, that can help remove toxins. Doing just a detoxification program is something I do, or a digestive tune-up is something I do with people to help remove the toxins from the body and take the burden off of those organs so that the skin is not going to flare up because you've started to relieve the rest of the organs. So that's a little bit of an aside, but exercising is one way to do that. Managing your stress through things like whatever you like to do, whether it's prayer, meditation, essential oils are helpful for stress. Establishing a routine around your sleep, having a room that's cooler, having a routine that involves powering down on all your devices at least a couple of hours before you turn in. Taking a bath, an Epsom salt bath, is really helpful. Magnesium is a great mineral to include to help your body turn down that stress response. And as I said, tuning up your digestion, GI health, the gut and the skin, again, really connected. Okay. So let's go back to talk about the diet. So now we know all the things we've talked about. What does the skin do? What does it need? What strategies around the other parts of our life that we can incorporate? Let's go back to the actual diet. So the healthiest diet for the skin is going to do a few different things. First thing is to fight oxidation. So we know oxidative damage happens when there's an imbalance in the body of free radicals and the antioxidants we need to neutralize those free radicals. And so oxidation triggers inflammation, which is the enemy of good health, and the precursor to all disease is inflammation in the body. So we want to include whole foods that are antioxidant rich. And again, antioxidant rich means colors. So not white bread and, pizza and things like that, just colorful foods. So whole grains, bright greens, orange, fruits and veggies. It's important to have vitamins A, C, and E, beta carotene, selenium, lycopene, and all of those come from colorful fruits and vegetables. So lycopene is in tomatoes, green tea, chocolate, even spices are really great for antioxidant support. And the tomato study I put on here, there was a study that was done where they fed tomato paste to people, and they found that the people who ate tomato paste daily were less affected by the sun, in that they had less redness in the skin from exposure to the sun. So we know that redness that you get from sun exposure is actually oxidation in your cells. So the study just really shows that food can help you fight oxidation, and so we can see that through this. And tomato paste was one way. Tomato paste has that lycopene, and it actually did reduce the sun damage. So that's a good thing to know. So incorporating those foods that help fight oxidation is going to be one piece. The second thing that we would want to do in a healthy skin diet is to fight glycation. So glycation occurs when we eat sugar or white flour kind of products, or highly processed or fried foods that raise our blood sugar, and then we end up with an excess of blood sugar in our cells. And so when we have that excess blood sugar in the blood, it's going to directly damage our cells by forming what's called AGEs, or advanced glycation end products. They're kind of appropriately named, right? AGE, they're aging our skin. So these ages not only damage and age the skin, but they increase the risk of other diseases like diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and of course, premature aging. So meat, fried food, red meat mainly, some cheeses, mayonnaise. So some of those are damaging, but animal fats actually cause the most AGEs to form and cause the most damage. So including lower glycemic foods, which means those foods that do not spike blood sugar so much. And those would be, again, I know I keep saying it, but the colorful fruits and vegetables and those things that are natural and just whole foods rather than processed foods and highly refined foods and animal products. So we want to reduce those AGEs and that glycation. Okay, so the third thing that a healthy skin diet is going to do is to fight inflammation. And I've talked about inflammation a bunch in this presentation, but it is so important to our skin and to our overall health. So we need to do what we can do to manage it. And guess how we do that? The healthy diet, once again. So of course, foods like ginger, garlic, onions, fiber is very important, rainbow colored plant foods, and spices. I want to mention a couple of spices like turmeric and clove. And of course, vitamin D is very important to the immune system. Magnesium is important to helping us turn off the stress response, which of course that will help the skin. Magnesium is the mineral that does help that to happen. So it's going to help us relax, and we need to be relaxed and reduce our stress in order to reduce our inflammation. So whole grains, nuts, seeds, greens, all rich in magnesium, if you're wondering about magnesium-rich foods. So ultimately, a diet that's impacting those three areas, fighting oxidation, fighting glycation and inflammation, is going to support your healthiest skin, and it's going to have anti-aging benefits. So who doesn't want that? We all want to look better. What we're presenting to the outside world is our skin, so that's what people are seeing, and it's so important to include these healthy foods in your diet. I want to just mention about fighting inflammation with regard to the spices. If you have heard of something called the ORAC scale, it's ORAC. It's actually just a scale that tells the antioxidant capacity of foods. Turmeric and clove are super high on this scale, meaning that they are very, very potent in helping us fight inflammation and free radical damage. So, for example, I think blueberries are pretty high on the scale, and they may be like, don't quote me on this number, but I think they may be about 50,000 on the scale, and that's pretty high. Clove is actually 1,000,000 on the ORAC scale. So the rating of clove is the highest antioxidant food. So incorporate some spices into your foods, into your cooking. Turmeric, again, is very potent as an antioxidant. So don't discount spices and adding those to your diet along with your colorful foods. And that is really going to go a long way to accomplishing those three important things: the glycation, fighting the glycation, the oxidation, and the inflammation. So again, just to sort of sum it all up, my recipe for success here. And you want to start with a digestive tune-up, which is something I do with my clients. Once you've got that figured out and you've kind of tuned up your digestion, you want to add in a diet that's rich in those colorful plants and limited in the acid-forming foods to provide your body with the healthy anti-aging nutrients it needs. And combine that with plenty of water, daily exercise, and sufficient sleep. And that's really your recipe for beautiful skin for years to come. So, and that's it.
That was amazing. It is so cool and so important to learn how our body is connected, just inside and out, that's really cool.
Yep. And I always beat that dead horse, the digestion, but it's really, really true. And digestion is the starting place for everything, because what I've seen with people is just everything else resolves so much easier, from, fixing the skin to even to weight loss, just when you've sort of repaired that digestive system, because so many people have challenges there. And it really is going to help your skin when you start there. So I didn't show my last slide. Let me go back because I want to show.
Yes, I'm sure lots of people would have questions, and if they want to do the rainbow with you and try and go through a few things,
Can you see
there
that?
it is.
Okay, so yeah, and I want to offer that to your viewers here. If you want to do a free rainbow evaluation, I'm happy to email that to you and go over the results with you. You can also connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. I have a Facebook group, The Goodness Connection, where I do Facebook Lives. I post lots of information on a daily basis, and I have programs that I run through that group throughout the year. So that's a great way to connect with me. And I'm happy to do the rainbow evaluation if you're interested in that.
Yeah, I might even need to do the rainbow evaluation. As you were talking, I was going through it and I was like, what colors have I had today?
You know what? When you start looking at it, it's kind of funny. Like a lot of people will say, "Wow, I don't get anything orange," or "How can I add that?" And a lot of us tend to eat the same things over and over. So you might just eat the same little salad every day, and there's not a lot of colors in it, and we just kind of go about eating the same old thing. And we do really need to have that variety to get all of those good nutrients. And it's really the number one thing you can do for your skin.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Michele. I am sure that our viewers were really excited to learn this, especially with the new year and maybe some resolutions on some things that they want to get kick-started out.
I'm all about it. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for joining us for another nutrition education, this time with Michele Ciancimino on better skin through nutrition. And keep watch for another event with her and with others. Thanks so much for coming.
You're so welcome. Bye.